Welcome back to Half Moon's Picks. This is week 10 in the NFL, and boy, did I do good. I had a great weekend. Went to go see Doctor Strange. Great movie. Check it out if you get a chance. The Lions won, and I did great in my picks. I'm studying the Mystic Arts now. Look at that. Yeah, look at that. And I went 501. Great pick. Great selection I had. I hope you guys chose them. If it wasn't for LA, the last 13 seconds score a touchdown, I would have been 6-0 in both my YouTube and my Twitter picks. Let me run those down real quick. First, I told you to pick Dallas. They won and cover over Cleveland. Told you to pick San Diego all day long, -5 over Tennessee. Detroit, they won and covered as well. Buffalo, they covered but didn't win. They should have, thanks to those referees, but I did win the spread. They lost by 6 and I had them by 7. My first Twitter pick, I told you to pick Indianapolis. That was a winner. They won and covered against Green Bay. And Carolina, -3. They won and covered as well in LA. Great week. What can I say? Oh yeah, my contest prediction. You know, I said Lions 20 points. They didn't get 22. I was like, oh, no one's gonna beat me. There was actually 3 people that beat me. They all picked Dallas at 34 points, and they had 35 points. That was Nam's Noodle. He's a prognosticator as well. His link is below, along with B Story and Alex Alba. All of them real close. Great scores. They have 1 point off to beat my 2 points. And at the end of this video, I'll have another contest. So let's check out my pools I'm in real quick. I know it's kind of boring, so let's check those out. I am in first place on the Geo ATS, 74 and 55. I went 8 and 4 ATS and 8 and 5 straight up. You know, the ATS to push that don't count, so that's why it's 1 game less. The Geo straight up, I'm in 8th place, 77 54. I'm in 8th place as well in the Pickup and Shut Up League. Bridgewater's finest. I have 673 points in 6th place. Bridgewater ATS, I regained the 1st place. I'm now tied with Brady's back on 1st place. I got 1 game up on her, so took that. Hatbox straight up, I'm 10th place there. 77 54. Gridiron Gang, my money pool. Still 2nd place, 1 game behind KDW8. And on my biggest pool with the most members, 103rd, 75 and 57. That's all great there. All my pools, I'm in 10th place or better. And that's where I want to be. Just keep consistent. And I won a buttload of money last week. And this week, I expect to do craziness. I don't expect, if you would have, there was 4 upsets last week. I gave you 3 of them. So if you would have picked all the favorites in my 3 upsets, you would have been, was it 10 or 11 and 1. So, but how many people actually did that? So yeah, I had a couple other upsets that didn't finish as well. So, you know, even myself, I didn't do that. The Lions, quick note, I expect, you know, the Lions are on a bye this week, and if you're part of our Facebook page on you know, our Prognosticator Facebook page, you would have seen this post, but I was oh my goodness, Lions, what? People are saying, hey, we might get the division. Let's call it the Mystic Ball. See Detroit, what it has to say.
I think Detroit's going to win that division, to tell you the truth. I really do. So Detroit's going to win this game outright. Fuck the points. Detroit will win this game outright. You heard it here first.
All right. That sounds great. Let's hope that happens. That's the Taxi Guy. His link's below as well. He rants and raves about video games and drinking and football. He's a Bengals fan. Check him out below. Worth a shot. And let's get on with the picks. My fourth pick of the week, my upset pick of the week, we got Kansas City traveling to Carolina. Kansas City is a 3-point underdog. This one I don't understand. A lot of times people, pick Vegas will pick a spread that doesn't make any sense to me. Kansas City is 6-2, and they won the last 4 games straight. They are 2-2 on the road, 4-0 at home. But either way, they're a great team. They're 1 game out of first place with Oakland, and they did beat Oakland. So they're trying to catch up with them, and so they'll win the tie. Carolina, struggling, 3-5. They did win their last 2 against Arizona, who struggles on the road, and against the Rams. So really, this spread doesn't make any sense to me. Carolina does play well at home traditionally. Last year, they're like undefeated, but this year, not so much. So I'm taking Kansas City +3. My third pick of the week, we're going back to the well again. They're off their bye. That's the New England Patriots are hosting the Seattle Seahawks. The Patriots are a 7.5-point favorite, but Seattle's been playing very good lately, but don't let that fool you. This game should be a 10 or more point spread. It started at 7, it's now currently at 7.5. Brady undefeated at home for the longest time. Not too many teams beat him at home. So this game, New England, let's put it this way. I think their smallest margin of victory is like 14, 16 points this year. So let's put it in that perspective. Like I said, Seattle has great defense. Offense is kind of struggling. Monday night was kind of a shootout, back and forth with the Bills, which is surprisingly enough. And then it neared out, slowed down the second half, but not against the Patriots. They have a great offense and a great defense. They'll be lucky they scored 10 points in this game. So I'm taking New England -7.5. My second pick of the week, we got Green Bay traveling to Tennessee. I know a lot of people last week picked Tennessee, and I was like worried. I was like, oh, I'm like the only person to pick San Diego. I can't believe it. But they're in a different class. San Diego's in a different class than Tennessee. The AFC South is generally, those teams are not too good. They break out a win here and there. Like I said, Tennessee did beat Detroit. Detroit was struggling there, and they also lost to Chicago. But Green Bay is struggling as well. They are 4-4. They're 1 game behind Detroit and Minnesota. I expect Green Bay to play their best if they want to stay in this. They don't want to fall 2 games behind, and that's not the Green Bay I know. As far as I know, I've seen them slump down this far and then just boost it right up and just right there in the pack. And I think if they don't do this run now, then cancel them out this year. But like I said, Tennessee is up and coming, and they're a new team. I expect them to do great, in the next couple of years, but not this year. They're still figuring things out. So I'm taking Green Bay -2.5. And my number 1 pick of the week, we got Minnesota traveling to Washington. Washington's rock'em sock'em in your face kind of football team. They're on their backup running back, but Minnesota has they're failing in defense, starting to get hurt. They are acceptable to the run, as Detroit ran against them last week. The most they had rushing yards all year round. Minnesota's offense is just horrible. And Detroit, which doesn't have a great defense, it just, you just kept with Minnesota all the way. You see Detroit just ran down the field at the end of the game, scored overtime, ran down there, touchdown. I expect Washington, who's I expect is equivalent to Detroit, but Detroit was on the road. Washington's at home. It's only a 2.5 point spread, so I'm taking Washington -2.5. Well, that's it for the week. I'm glad you stopped by once again. I hope to stay on this hot streak. This week's contest, I'm going to put what will be the score of the Green Bay Packers. I got 27. You try to beat me, I'll put your name up here, whoever wins. And that should be it for the week. Check out our YouTube Prognosticators, links below. And I will see you next week. Peace.